Hello students, I am Trupti teacher and I will be teaching you English. And our today's lesson in English is lesson number 1.4, Revathi's musical plant. Students, this is very interesting story. But before that, we will start with our warming up exercise. So look at page number 16. Discuss with your group and share your answers with the class. Now here we have to do all the activities alone because we are at home. First question here. Can you name the famous musician in Emperor Akbar's court who could perform miracles when he sang different ragas? Yes, miracles can happen due to music. So who was the famous Emperor Akbar's court singer or a musician? Yes, he was Tansen. So next question, what miracles could he perform with his music? Miracles can be performed, students. Yes, it is said that Tansen could create rain and fire just through his music. So much power the music had. Next question. What impact does music have on human beings? Students, do we all like music? Yes, we like music. We all like to listen to music. We enjoy music a lot. It is said that music makes us happy. It soothes us and many times it relaxes us from stress. Next question. Do you think music can have an impact on animals, birds and even plants? Definitely yes. And students, I want you all to collect some information from the internet on the same topic. Now look at our next question. Affirmative and negative sentence. Students, you already learned about affirmative and negative sentence, right? Negative sentences are the sentences which have negative words in it. And which are those negative words? The negative words like no, not, never, neither, cannot, don't, isn't, right? And these words are known as negative words. And the sentences which have these words in the sentence, that whole sentence is known as negative sentence. And the sentence which there is no negative word, such word is not there, it is known as affirmative sentence. So students, a small exercise is given to you all. I want all to do that. So let's proceed. So our lesson is related to music because our warming up exercise gave us the hint that the lesson has music in it. So let's begin. Revathi's musical plant. Revathi was a student of music. She was happy playing on a violin when she was free. There was a small open courtyard in front of her house with a small cement bench. She would sit on the bench and practice on her violin. There were few potted plants in the courtyard. While playing on the violin one day, she noted a pot of balsam plants near the wall. Now one plant or the pot of the plant may be broken or may be weak plant. It was just thrown away in the corner. So it was a balsam plant. The plant was not looking normal. They had pale green leaves and their growth was also stunted. So growth was not proper. It had stopped It had all weak and pale yellow leaves growing on it. She remembered that she had learnt in the lower classes that plants need light for normal growth. Even you all have studied, no students, that every living creature needs sunlight and proper air to live, to be healthy, to grow. So what she did, she shifted the plant to the center of the courtyard where there was ample of sunlight. While shifting the pot, an idea struck to Revathi. Now what idea? Let's see. What idea she got looking at the plant or shifting the plant? She got an idea that why not participate in the best plant contest, which was to be held in their own colony just a few weeks later. Then and there she decided to participate. Thus, making up her mind, she watered the plants and sat down on the bench and started playing her violin. She was very fond of the raga Mohanam. So which tune she used to like? And she used to always play that tune. So the tune is Mohanam. She played the raga for some times and then she went for studies. Every day, Revathi would sit on the bench and watched her potted plants. They were growing well and looking healthier than the other plants in the far end of the courtyard, because she started taking care of that balsam plant. So it started gaining again his health. One day, as she was playing the violin, she noticed a movement in her potted plants. When she was playing a music, one movement happened in her plant. She wondered, they were slowly moving their stems and bending slightly towards her. See what a miracle! She saw a movement that the plant started bending towards her. She wondered why they were moving as there was no breeze. It struck her as odd. So she was frightened maybe. It was very strange for her that why the plants are moving. No breeze is there. The next evening she too played on her violin as usual and watched the planted plants with care. So next morning she said, today also I will play the music and observe my plants. After some times, like the previous day, there was a definite movement in the plants. They all bent towards her. And this astonished and surprised her. That day also, there was no breeze. Revathi sat on the bench and played a different tune. One with a quick rhythm. So every time she used to play Mohanam. But today she said, I will check. And she played a very different and fast music. She suddenly saw all plants turned away from her as though they did not like what she was playing. So it's a big miracle. The students, the plants are reacting to music and she wanted to study about it. How is this possible? Then she started playing her favorite tune again and the plants slowly straightened themselves and bent towards her. Her surmise became certainty. So she said, something is very strange. And I think whatever I am thinking, what surmise me, is true. That the plants are moving. She kept the knowledge to herself. She kept the knowledge a secret. She did not tell anyone, not even her mother. There were only a few days left for the prize distribution. So she had taken part in that best plant contest. To her great surprise, Revathi found her potted plant not only taller and healthier than the other balsam plants, but they had started flowering a few days earlier than the other plants. There was a big change in that balsam plant which was thrown away in the corner of a courtyard. Now they started flowering, and that too healthy flowers and healthy plant it became. The flowers were big and brightly colored, and one of the plants had an unusual kind of flowers. The flowers were mowed with white strips. So there different types of flowers came, which was of pale purple color, mauve color, and with white strips on it. White stripes on it. That evening she knew she would definitely get the prize for the best plant. She went to bed dreaming of her plants and the new type of flowers. Next day was all important day. She got up in the morning. She went straight to the courtyard to see that her plants. Revathi blinked for a few minutes, for there was neither the pot nor the plants. Right, students? When in the morning she woke up and went to check her plant, or maybe meet her plant in the morning, she saw the plant and the pot was missing. She looked to see if someone had moved the pot. She reached all over. She asked her mother. Her mother said she knew nothing, neither about the pot or the plant. Some of the neighbors had been to their house the previous afternoon and had remarked at the beautiful flowers and healthy looking plant in the pot. But later she had been busy inside the house and had been not to the courtyard. So mommy explained her that the whole day she was busy with her household work and only few neighbors came to meet her. So now Revathi is missing her balsam plant. Revathi's grief knew no bounds. So Revathi was very much sad. She didn't know what to do. She went around asking every one of her neighbors, but no one had seen anywhere near the pots of plants. She could not lodge a complaint of a plant. Now everywhere she searched, but can she lodge a complaint in the police? No, she was unable to do that. We cannot go in the police station to lodge a complaint for a simple pot, right? She felt as though everything was lost. She did not mind not getting the prize, but she really missed the plants. She had grown very fond of them. They were her friends who enjoyed her music. So Revathi had a very good bond between her and plants. They became very good friends. That evening, all her friends were going to the prize distribution ceremony. She did not want to attend, but her friends forced to. After reaching the place, she went to the bench where the potted plants were displayed. Now she went all around to see the other plants. Revathi was shocked. There was a pot of plants on the bench with the name of a distant neighbor. So she finally saw her plant, but with that plant, somebody else was standing with that plant, putting her name on the pot. Revathi was shocked. Obviously, she would be shocked to see her own plant with the other name, with the name of a distant neighbor of hers as a competitor written on the small piece of cupboard and placed on it in the soil. She knew it was her pot of plants. She went to the organizers of the show and told them about it. She started telling everyone that this is my plant. She must have stolen it. The organizers were convinced. They said, "How can you prove that plants are yours? The lady who submitted them is a regular customer or a participant. How can we doubt her?" The organizers also started saying that how will you prove that this is your plant? Now, Revathi is thinking how to prove. Revathi wondered how to convince them. She sat for a few minutes looking at the plants. Suddenly, she remembered something, that the sight of plants bending towards her while she played her violin flashed across her mind. So she remembered that plants, I can prove this, as my plants react to my music. She told the organizers that she could prove the plants were hers. She ran home. She went returned a few minutes later with her violin in. They all started laughing at her. But their ridicule did not deter her from her mission. So she was so much determined. She had decided herself, and that is why the people who were ridiculing her, means telling her all. But their ridicule did not deter her from her submission. She told them, I know my plants and I share a secret with them. My plants are music lovers like me, and you could see how they respond when I play them. Now, students, Revathi had determined, and the people who were ridiculing her or making fun of her, she did not pay attention to that. She was not deterred or discouraged by it. But she said that I will prove that they are my plants, as we both have secret among us. She said that her plants are music lovers like her. Listening to all this, they all laughed louder, saying that they had never heard of plants enjoying music. They said to her, do plants have ears like us to enjoy your music? No one believed her. So, like this, they all started making fun of her. She felt very dejected, very discouraged. She became sad. But she did not lose hope. She was determined to win her plants back. She sat near the plants with her violin and slowly started playing her favorite raga. Engrossed in her music, Revathi even forgot about plants for a time. But the others could not. With wonders in their eyes, they watched the plants. Revathi was playing her music. She was fully lost in her music. But the organizers were observing the plants. As she played on and on, their stem bends towards Revathi as though they wanted to touch their in their happiness. They were bending so much as if they wanted to touch her, touch Revathi, because they were very happy listening to the music Mohanam. The organizers were also stunned. They were astonished, surprised. They were amazed to see. Oh, they have seen this miracle for the first time. They had watched a new phenomenon of plants responding to music, and Revathi had become a great discoverer. They all applauded her. Now they understood that yes, Revathi was very right, and so they all clapped for her and said that they were convinced that the plants were hers. They pulled up. They pulled up means they caught the neighbor who had stolen the plant and told her that whatever she has done was very wrong. So they pulled up her neighbor for cheating them, and she accepted after the long argument. What she accepted? That she had stolen Revathi's plants. She said while walking past Revathi's house, she had spotted the plants and had removed the pot in the night to her house and submitted it later for the contest. So, how cunning the neighbor was. When in the night nobody was there in the courtyard, she quietly went there and she stole the pot. And the next day, she presented the same pot in the contest. As she was a regular participant, no one doubted her. The authorities decided that Revathi's plant deserves the first prize, and as they were the best looking and healthy. Revathi carried home the prize proudly with her pots of plants. So who won here? Yes, Revathi could prove with the help of the music that it was her plants. So what did we see here? We saw that this story gives us a lesson that even plants respond to good music. Revathi's musical plant shows a beautiful relationship between melodious music and plant behavior. Revathi grows a small pot of plant for her best plant competition. Revathi bends towards her. In this story, what did we see? Let's revise. Now, this story gives us a lesson that even plants respond to good music. So, Revathi's musical plant shows a beautiful relationship between melodious music and plants' behavior. Then, Revathi's grows a small pot of plants for help for her best plant competition. The plants bend towards her when she plays which Mohanam? Raga Mohanam on her violin. The pot is stolen in few days after the best. The pot is stolen a few days before the best plant competition. When she reaches school, she is shocked that her same pot is kept with the name of the other competitor. She plays Raga Mohanam and proves that she is the owner of those plants. Her neighbor accepts that she stole her plant during the night time, and Revathi is given the best plant award. So students, I hope you all liked and understood the story. Now I want you all to do this workshop on your own on page number 20. Do it in your English notebook itself. Now look at question number 3A. Here you will have to prepare a word chain, students. Now word chain means what? Students, we all play Antakshari. How we play Antakshari? Antakshari is that when we start a song, we start the song with the last letter of the previous song, right? Here also same thing. Word one will be given. One word will be given to you all, and with the last letter of the word you have to start the next word. See there. Music. Last letter is C and the next letter is started from C. Courtyard. D. You can write any word from D. And then the last letter, you have to start again the next letter with the last letter of the previous word. So like that you have to make a chain. And remember, over here they have mentioned that it is about only nouns. They mention it whether the chain has to be fulfilled with noun or a adjective. So next question is add prefixes. Prefixes means what? The words that are added before a root word. Continue. Which will be the prefix there? Dis. So discontinue. Possible, impossible. Certain, uncertain. Definite, indefinite. Believe, disbelieve. Important, unimportant. Place, misplace. Known, unknown. Regular, irregular. So these words or letters which are added before the words is known as prefixes. Now question number C. Third, C. You have to make sentences using these phrases on your own. Now question number 4. You don't have to do now. Next is question number 5. Over here, students, you are already learned about imperative sentence, exclamatory sentence, assertive sentence, and which sentence? Interrogative sentence. So, state the kinds of sentences. You have to do all these 8 sentences on your own. First one, how happily she played the violin. So, which sentence is this? Students, there is an exclamatory mark at the end. So, this is an exclamatory sentence. You have to just mention whether it is exclamatory, assertive, interrogative or interrogative. Now question number 6 and 7. Try to do that, but I will be teaching you this when our school will start. Thank you, students. I hope you have understood the whole explanation. Thank you.